I know that. That's a movie. Oh, we love you.
Live.
Where are
you
we,
can
guys?
hear us, but you can't see us.
Mind games.
Oh, nice reference.
Stay
there.
tuned. We're not going live till we get 6 of those little heart reactions.
You know,
baby.
right now we have how many viewers do we have, Ross?
Oh, hey, here we are.
By the end of the episode, we want to have 10 viewers, and we want to have 8 shares.
That's the goal for today. 8 viewers, 10 shares.
So by the end of the episode, you know, so that means you all got to share. One person can share 8 times, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it counts.
I want 8 shares from 8 different people. So 8 times 8, what is that? I know.
That's
64.
64.
I know that.
And with that being said, welcome to another edition of the Bully Zone. It's your boy Lance Winters.
And it's your favorite know-it-all, Austin Largo here.
Today we also have the original with us in the room. He's hanging out in the front end doing the technical business as we
Someone's got to
get
do
down.
it. You know, I know a lot. I don't know how to, you know, extend my arms all the way out there, but
Well, I have long arms.
with
So
the
it
way
works. I have
the
long
future
arms.
technology is moving ahead. Speaking of the future, let's talk about what today is, Mother's Day.
Mother's
There's no
Day.
future without mothers popping them out one by one. Sometimes, you know, 2 at a time.
Hey,
but-
I've seen 8 at a time. I heard a story about
All right,
that.
let's keep it, let's not get gross now.
Science isn't gross. But being said, today is Mother's Day, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have a mother, if your mother's around, tell her hi, give her a call. You could even send her a meme nowadays. I think that's socially acceptable nowadays.
As mom might say, a Mimi, if I'm not mistaken.
Mimi.
I know they don't know what that is, but shout out to all the moms out there. Shout out to my mom. You know who you are.
Shout out to my mom. She knows who she is.
Yeah, you gave birth to a couple dope broskies right now.
Yep, you kind of did a good job, guys. So-
Ross, you got anyone you want to shout out today?
Today I wanna shout out Mama Rossroy, I guess you would say.
Mama Ross Roy.
Yeah. My mom is a verifiable badass and the best woman I know. Outside of the lovely women we work with, but yeah, my mom. Shout out to my mom.
There you have it.
Here, here. Shout out to all the moms. You know, with that being said, there's moms everywhere. We got moms in South Korea. You know, we got moms in Mongolia. We got moms in Istanbul. But we want to talk about the moms in wrestling.
That's right.
Yeah, so of course we're going to be wrestlers without mothers. But you can have a wrestler who is a mother. Isn't that funny? I know that is.
That's a good
But
job.
let's talk about some of the, you know, more well-known mothers in wrestling. You know, some of these are, you know, wrestler mothers who, you know, retired from in-ring action. Some of these may be surprises to you. Some of these might not be a wrestler per se, but still have influence in the wrestling business as we know it.
And some of them even came back to the wrestling industry after having children. And we're going to talk about all those ladies today.
Yeah, so first up, I want to, you know, when I think of mothers, I think of power and strength and beauty. And when I think of that in a wrestler, I like to think of Beth Phoenix.
Oh, that's right.
You know, Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, just newly inducted into the Hall of Fame, I believe, last year, 2017. You know, married to the rated R superstar. You know, I know one of your
Edge.
favorites, Edge.
Woo! Love that guy.
You know, the career she had definitely is Hall of Fame worthy.
Yes.
And it's proven, or else she
She
wouldn't
was,
be in the Hall
she
of
was a
Fame.
dominant force in the women's division, and I would have loved to see her in this era dish it out to the new age and see how that.
Oh, yeah, I like to see her mingle it up with, you know, the ladies of today.
Yeah.
You know, we got to see a little bit of that in the Royal Rumble this year, the first ever women over the top rope Royal Rumble.
It wasn't at the greatest Royal Rumble, but it was at a Royal Rumble. We're gonna.
A
call
Royal
it.
I don't
Rumble.
think that matters much. The greatest Royal Rumble wasn't very great.
It was cool. It was 50 people, but let's not get into that. We want to talk about the ladies today. We're not like Saudi Arabia. We love our women.
We love our women here. That's
Yeah.
right.
Like Lance was saying, some of these, you know, they took some time off, you know, get into motherhood. And our next woman actually took that route and decided, you know, she couldn't stay down for too much longer. Had to get back in that ring, show these young whippersnappers what's up. You know, she knows a thing or two.
We're
Who is
talking
it?
about the Electric, the one and only Mickie James, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Mickie James, she came back a couple years, I think 2016, at the end of 2016, 2017.
After almost a 10-year absence.
Yeah, she had her thing in TNA.
Or her absence from WWE. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I don't want to
exactly.
exclude her completely.
Yeah, went the motherhood route. Came back, still looks good.
Still looks good. She
You
still
know,
has the
hasn't-
agility and ability
Hasn't lost a step.
in those boots. I might mention, still looking fine. And not only that, but she's evolved her career, like going into music as well. If you've heard, she's been doing some music as well. So when you're a mom, I guess you do more things and you can manage it all a little better. You got your priorities all set up.
Yeah, I always thought, it was cool that she was able to come back and, like I said, not miss a step. She was able to partake in the first ever women's Royal Rumble,
Mhm.
partake in the first ever women's Elimination Chamber. What else is going to be a first that she's partaking in? She's really showing that age and, motherhood isn't going to slow these women down.
Nope.
Let's get into our next, the next great mother of wrestling. You might have seen her on Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling on Netflix, a.k.a. Glow.
My favorite
Awesome
Snap map.
Kong. What was that?
I was like, we're bringing up Glow, and I was thinking my new Snap text. That's my new favorite thing, so I got excited.
Yeah, the Glow on Snapchat.
Yep. So, but I don't see much of her on Snapchat. I see her on Netflix, like you say. But Awesome Kong, right?
Awesome Kong. What was she in WWE? It was like Karma or something like that.
Karma, yeah, with a KHAR.
Yeah, she took out Michael Cole.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
not like that's a feat, but she did it,
Yeah.
But she was when she was debuted in WWE, she was on a rise. You know what I mean? She was on the unstoppable path that Vince wishes Roman was on right now, because she was, she was pulling in the crowd. The crowd was loving it, and she was displaying that whole dominance factor. And right around the peak of her career, it turns out she withdrew from the company. There's a lot of stuff that says around, so we don't know what officially happened, but she ended up getting released so she could finish her pregnancy and give birth to her child. But just like Mickie James, like she gave birth to a kid. She went to another factions and other companies. She worked in TNA, and who knows when she'll come back. That'd be cool to see maybe her and Nia Jax mix up. Like I said, it's cool to think about the women of wrestling and the intermingling of eras, you know what I mean? Because we don't really have that much.
Yeah, if I was going to see Awesome Kong come back, I'd want to see, maybe her and Asuka.
Mm.
I think those would be some pretty killer matches. It's kind of, with Nia Jax, it's, big woman versus big woman. That's good as a spectacle.
I'm following the gold, baby.
Oh, I forgot that she was, well, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would say just put the gold on Asuka and then do Awesome Kong versus Asuka. I think those would be even better matches. Awesome Kong and Gail Kim,
Mm-hmm.
they used to go at it. They had killer matches all the time.
When you
Huge
have that
sports
overflowing
wall, yeah.
factor, it always makes it more suspenseful, more exciting to partake in.
All right, let's get into our next great mother of the wrestling world, Tamina.
Tamina.
Yeah, you may
Surprise.
have known that Tamina is a mother, in fact, coming from the great Samoan dynasty. So, with that being said, you think her little ones might grow up and get some trunks and boots ready?
Maybe. You never know with that family. They just sprout up and become the next big thing. You've seen it all over, like we just talked about on Raw. We got a women's champion right here. Tamina can have that same push. The Usos are the same blood, and they've had the gold for a while. It doesn't. Like I'm pretty much what I'm saying is if they put on boots, they can do it. If they put on the trunks, they can do it. It's in the blood. It's just if it's their passion or not. Maybe they'll be doctors or vets or they'll follow the bloodline.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of these kids.
Kids.
If they're coming from that bloodline, I know they can do it. But, Tamina, she's hurt right now, so get well, Tamina. Hopefully you're having a good day today.
There you go.
This next one, she's, the wife of a legend. So being the one to give birth
Give babies to.
to
Deliver
a
babies
legend,
to.
carry this legend's seed for 9 months. That's pretty cool. Candice Michelle,
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Boom.
married to The Undertaker. The Undertaker.
Undertaker. Not going to reveal his real name out of respect.
I thought we had The Undertaker dong queued up.
Oh, we don't have a dong set up. A little boom.
The light's still on. Oh, man. All right. Edit that out.
It just shows up.
Next slide. But no, that's all fun and games. But Candice Michelle, she's a mother. Married to The Undertaker.
She used to do good when she was competing. She was
She was in the Women's Royal Rumble. A lot of these women, we
Surprise.
get to see in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Look at that.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that. The original over here.
I love you, Mom, with the Ms. M.
Yeah, because I don't know the other branding of that. It looks like an M for me.
But Candice Michelle, hopefully you're having a great Mother's Day.
She had a great run too. Near the end of her career, she was.
Yeah, she held the Women's Championship or Divas Championship, I should say. Yeah, how embarrassing was that?
She passed it on to her protege, Layla, if you remember her. They were part of that tag team, Lay Cool.
Yeah.
And then she stepped out, got the Divas, and then she passed it on, and she got babies. And I hope she's doing good now. Mark didn't get messed up at the at WrestleMania or at the Great Royal Rumble, so the greatest, not the great.
No, it would have been greater if we were there.
Yes, it would have been greater if this woman was here, but there's no woman here. The next woman on our list, I remember the first time I saw her. It's PG, relax. But the first time I saw this woman, it was one of my first times like actually watching.
If she was standing up, we'd be canceled.
Knock the dang table over. But this woman, this is when I was still young in the game, and then I was actually starting to learn storylines, not just watching for matches. And she was in the ring with Randy Orton, and they were like having this breakup thing and whatnot. And I was like, oh, cool, like drama. And then he RKO's her and breaks her face. Spikes her in one of the worst RKO's in history. I'm talking about Stacy Keibler, ladies and gentlemen. They're not together now anymore. She got out of it before Rihanna did. But
What?
The whole getting beat by a man, like she didn't go. She never went back to Randy. She's
Nah, she was doing that before it was, in the public eye.
she did it before it was televised or before it was Snapchatted.
But yeah, Stacy Keibler, she's kind of one of those sex symbols of wrestling. Every boy, every man, tuning in when she was a prominent figure in her run in WWE when she's teaming up with Scott Steiner, or even back to the WCW. Yeah, she goes way back. So she's been around. She knows her thing. Probably one of the most beautiful ladies, ever step foot in a wrestling ring.
Oh, definitely.
But she moved on to motherhood, and that just makes her even more beautiful. Am I right?
I mean, I guess I don't see any more bra and panty matches, so I guess it's better for the eye, I guess, the imagination. Stimulate the mind, kids. Stop watching TV. Go read a book. Who's next? That just made me sad. I'm sorry, guys. Playboy is no longer fun.
Terry Reynolds. For those of you who might not know, she was in fact married to WWE legend
One of your
Goldust.
favorite boys in the game.
Yeah, Goldust. Give me a call. We'll see what my ringtone is. But yeah, Terry Reynolds and Goldust were in fact married. She was managing Goldust during his first run, or not
The
his
beginning
first
of
run.
his.
To 2006, I believe, when she debuted with Goldust. That was around the time around his second IC title, and when he beat Razor Ramon, was feuding with Ahmed Johnson. But they're not together anymore, but they have a beautiful daughter together. So you can't really stay mad at each other. I know. I've seen interviews of Goldust where he's kind of not too happy about. He had his downs in life. He had his problems with drugs. So that's probably what was making him say those things about his ex-wife. But he's all better now. He's looking better than ever.
Oh yeah, he's still whipping it in the game.
Yeah, he's better in the ring, I'd say, than he's as good in the ring than he was, like 20 years ago when he was just I believe he was the natural Dustin Rhodes, teaming with his dad Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, so he goes way back. He's as good now as he was back then, but
it's crazy the evolution of a person though. You follow him through his career. And I want to ask you a quick question as we side note real quick. He's doing really well. He's stepping up his game. You can agree with that, right? Since his last comeback. Do you think that has anything to do with seeing his brother's success outside of WWE? Like maybe he wants to show that, the Rhodes name is still holy, whether it's in WWE. It's not just following him, just to be like, what I'm trying to get at?
I get what you're saying.
Bringing honor to the Rhodes name.
I think he's just showing, the Rhodes boys can go in the ring.
Wherever they're at.
Dusty was still in the ring killing it. He was. If you go back, you see him in ECW. Him and Steve Corino, they're having like bull rope matches and stuff. This is like Dusty after the fact. When he shouldn't be wrestling, but try to tell Dusty that don't wrestle.
Yeah, he's a.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer, and so is Goldust. He'll be a Hall of Famer by the time.
For sure.
Whenever he steps down from in-ring action, I'm sure he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Let's talk about this next great mother of wrestling.
Yeah, she's beat up guys. I can start by saying that.
She gave her her ex-husband, power bomb. Kind of just ended his career right there, Mark Merrow.
Yeah, and
if that didn't give it away, I'll let Lance.
Yeah, this will. She's with the Beast Incarnate right now. Brock Lesnar has been the champion for quite some time now. He's doing great. I'm stoked he won WrestleMania. We're talking about
400 days.
Sable. Meow. I still got a poster of you in my room.
Yeah, Sable. She, like we said about Stacy Keibler, a sex icon. She was the first sex icon of WWE, or excuse me, WWF at the time. She's probably the reason why WCW had to bring in Stacy Keibler. Because Sable was doing Playboy. I believe at that time it was the highest selling Playboy until China went and did her shoot there
and blew the roof off.
But yeah, is she a Hall of Famer? I don't know. She had her falling out with WWE. I believe she sued the company. Sexual misconduct. We won't get into that. I don't want to
because I don't want to
negativity on this day of happiness.
Happy Mothers! It's Mother's Day. I love you, Mom.
But yeah, she's married to the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion. What do you think that's like?
I mean, she can't give him power bombs, so it must suck if he's giving her power bombs. But it's got to be cool because having him in the company, she's still in the company somewhat. She's in the background. She's still involved somehow. So if it's your passion, it's good to know that you don't have to risk your livelihood. You don't have to get in the ring to still be with WWE. And I think it's good for her. Like I said, her man's making the most money in the game right now. So.
Yeah, $500,000 a match.
$500,000 a match.
That's why he probably not have a match till SummerSlam.
He's still living off of WrestleMania.
Yeah, so when we talk about securing the bag, he secured the bag and some.
And some.
And the title.
And the title. And he ran with it literally.
Ross, anything you want to say about these first half of Mothers we've gone over?
I don't know. I think I'm not anyone in particular, but I would want to say I want to see more strong female characters and archetypes like moms, because moms are very awesome.
Mom types.
Mom types as wrestlers. I don't think we see enough of
like a mom character.
A mom character. Yeah, you had some of that, Attitude Era and Golden Era. You had a little bit of that. I want to see more. That would be my thing. I want to see more of those.
Yeah, we've
mom
all
types.
seen the fathers, such as Dusty Rhodes and the Road Boys. We've
or
seen
Undertaker's daddy, Paul Bearer.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of a gimmicky one.
Right.
But that's the thing. I want a character that's gonna come out to the ring and she's gonna be a manager and bring me fucking cookies and milk.
I was saying,
Yes.
more of like
Yes.
a real, blood. That's what I would want to see because
Oh,
Dusty
like-
Rhodes and his real son.
Yeah, and like how it's in the Ortons.
Even Vince McMahon and his son Shane O'Mac and Stephanie McMahon. We'll get to her later. But
Well, Stephanie's a girl. Just kidding. But no, I know you talk about the
real
Rhodes.
blood.
You're talking about the Ortons. It's a guy thing. Like if the Bella and her daughter fucking came up back in the game.
yeah, so it's gonna take
That'd be
one of these
cool.
women that, still they're in. These women, I'm saying it's gonna be easier now than ever for
Mhm.
these women to stay in shape. and be able to go in the ring, 10 years from now or however long it would take, one of their daughters.
Women to grow into womanhood.
One of their daughters to train, probably, go to NXT, get the help they need, and then do a whole, I'm your father, or excuse me, I'm your mother. I'm here to manage you, daughter.
Like a Kurt Angle
Cool.
thing, but for real.
Yeah, or like a real,
I mean, that is
I keep
real.
going back to the Dusty Rhodes because they did a good example of that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get on to
The second half of our display of our list.
We want to start off with Stephanie McMahon.
Damn it.
She's not a wrestler per se, but she has a huge influence in all of wrestling today.
She's got two hands in the pot, one being Vince and one being Triple H, so she, like you said, she's got some influence in the business. Everybody knows she's a daughter of Vince McMahon. She just came into fruition one day. She's married to Triple H. She's got kids of her own, and she still comes on every now and again on Monday Night Raw. As part of the authority, to lay down the line so Vince doesn't have to.
Yeah, she she has a great mind for the wrestling business. And, being brought up in that, I'm not surprised. She can go, definitely. WrestleMania 34, for instance, that's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
A non-wrestler versus, Ronda Rousey.
A green.
A very green wrestler versus, two legends in their corner. That helped. But going out there having the best match of the night versus, we have a triple threat, Seth Rollins, Miz, and Finn Balor, being better than that, being better than Brock and Roman. How crazy is that?
It's very crazy, especially because most of the notes and the reviews are all talking about how that match is specifically around the women fighting that match, not about Triple H and Kurt Angle.
If you got to make... They know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Ronda a star. They're trying to make her shine. And Stephanie played her part perfectly.
Yep.
They kind of played it off like, everyone knows she's not a wrestler, but she trained enough to go toe-to-toe with Ronda. Like, she trained.
She's been fighting for quite some time. And
like, the whole story was,
scuffles.
she was able to block the armbar. That's a lot of complaints I read online.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she wouldn't know how to block an armbar, but it makes sense.
How's it going, Adam Woods? We got Adam Woods watching, buddy. How you doing today? Happy Mother's Day, buddy.
But, Stephanie McMahon, shout out to Stephanie McMahon. Keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully you can get your kids in the ring pretty soon. That'd be pretty dope.
Talking about mothers of wrestling right now. We're just going through all the mothers that in the wrestling industry, whether they've retired, whether they've come back, what are they up to today. And next one on our list, like we were talking about earlier, it's very popular. Blew up around the Playboy era. She did make an appearance in the Women's Royal Rumble, am I right?
Yes.
I know she made an appearance in the women's, what was it, the Women's Classic or whatever, that they had right after the Cruiserweight Classic. Yeah.
As a wrestler?
She was there as, her and Lita alternated, I believe, throughout the weekend as commentators.
I don't think that's the case. She was probably there, maybe at the awards ceremony. I haven't watched too much of the Mae Young Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was there. It makes total sense.
Well, I was hella surprised when I saw Lita there with not red hair, with the headset on, talking about the match, threw me off. But
yeah, when we go commentating, Beth Phoenix, she was commentating the whole mixed match challenge. Yeah, she did a good job there.
Mm-hmm.
I read some reports in dirt sheets that they want to bring Beth Phoenix in as commentator.
That'd be cool.
So probably send Corey to stay on
one
Raw.
way or another,
But bring up Beth Phoenix again. We were saying all these women have been in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome Kong and Beth Phoenix are some of the only women to actually compete in the regular men's Royal Rumble. So that's pretty cool.
A feat within itself, right there. So the women of wrestling,
yeah. So
hold
really,
it down.
these two that would probably be able to. Ross telling us he's got. Look at Ross go.
Look at Ross go. Throwing those.
I'm just trying my best here.
That's
guys.
right, ladies and gentlemen. We got the original Ross Roy in the building. He's not behind the cameras, but he's behind the.
Well, I am behind the cameras, but I'm not in front of them with you guys.
He's behind the microphone, behind the keyboards. He's
Yeah,
making all
yeah.
these moves. That's why we love you, Mom, right over here.
So we just want to say, guys, if you haven't already, go find us on Instagram. Give us a follow. That's where we post most of our daily, weekly content and overviews of shows and keep you updated as to our schedules. BullyZone Wrestle is the best place to find us on Instagram and to connect with us on a meaningful level. Go follow BullyZone Wrestle.
All right, we're back at it. I want to say hello to our fans. I know we got some people that just walked in the building. It's your boy, Lance Winters. I'm with...
The original Ross Roy right here.
It's your boy Austin Largo.
And we are like about halfway through our show. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. We're talking about the mothers of wrestling. We're just going through all the women that have had their careers, and whether they started their careers recently or whatever the case may be. They had children. They had to walk away from the career. What are they doing now? Where are they now? This next person is a little shocked. It's a little different. Not per se a mother, but she is a stepmom. So I want to also shout out to all the stepmoms out there, because you women do put in work. You don't have to be blood to take care of a kid. So our next guest, our next woman of wrestling that's a mother, stepmom, would be Naomi, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
That's right, Naomi. She's killing it right now. She's, one of the only current mothers on the main roster, but she's a stepmother. That's right. She's a stepmother to one of the Usos' children's. I have step parents. It is a hard transition for not only the kids, but as the parent yourself. For everyone that has a father, stepmother, I'm sure you can agree with me, go along with this. At first it's kind of a weird transition, but once you get to know them, once they're in your life long enough, they're gonna make an impact. They're almost like you get to know their family, so your family just grows, exponentially. But shout out to Naomi, taking these kids in as her own. I'm guessing, why wouldn't you? Make a decision to marry. I don't know which Uso she's married to.
Just say Jay Uso, because they both have a J as their first initial. And
But getting married to someone that has kids, you're not only marrying him, you're marrying, you're taking these kids in.
It's a commitment to the kid as well.
Yeah, you're definitely have to make a change, watch over these kids as your own. So being able to, step up, take that challenge, because parenthood is a challenge. At the time, I'm not a father. I can't speak for Lance.
I can't find them, so I don't have them. You know what I'm saying? They're running around somewhere. A bunch of.
Shout out for Naomi. Hopefully you can get her back in the title scene. But she deserves it. But Naomi, I'm feeling the glow.
I'm feeling the glow, girl. It's on my Snapchat. Our next woman of mother of wrestling, she was in the game. She was non-active until later on in her career. Her husband was the late, great, best man known for lying, cheating, and stealing. Viva la Raza for that one real quick. I'm talking about Vicky Guerrero. Honestly, one of the best spokeswomen I know, one of the best people behind that microphone. She could whip a crowd.
Yeah, one of the best GMs in
SmackDown history.
Yeah, she got it on with a lot of wrestlers. She was dating Edge.
Fresh out of the wounds of Eddie Guerrero, right into the arms of the rated R superstar.
Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show, just to name a few. Yeah, I don't know if these men just like women in power. That is a turn on for most men.
Yeah, I'll admit that.
Or if they were just using her.
No, I won't admit that.
Vicky Guerrero, she knew her role. She knows she had to go out there, get some heat. Excuse me.
And oh my God, can we talk about that outfit she wore when she actually competed? Ridiculous.
Yeah, she was in the Women's Royal Rumble. She
Gave it
didn't have a
best go.
chance. Her move is, excuse me. They just all picked her up and threw her out.
Just like
that was classic.
Group toss. Yeah, it's great having Vicky. She had kids the whole time.
Yeah, I think
so,
one of their kids, one of the daughters, she was in NXT for a bit. Yeah, I guess it wasn't for her. I guess so. That makes the daughter I'm speaking of is actually married to Aiden English.
Oh, okay.
So Aiden English
Is
you know,
half Mexican now.
half Mexican, but more importantly, is probably celebrating Mother's Day with Vicky Guerrero.
That's pretty cool, Aiden English. You're having a Rusev Day on Mother's Day with Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty
So
amazing.
shout out to Vicky Guerrero. The next few women we want to talk about, they're mothers, but not in a very traditional sense.
Yeah, in wrestling, words don't always mean exactly what they are, and we kind of just go with it,
Yeah,
So,
in the wrestling, things can go left in a second. And that brings up Mae Young. Her and Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry, they did their thing.
they had fun.
Yeah, they're, consenting adults.
They had a business meeting, as BullyZone would call it.
But, 9 months later, Mark Henry's facing the consequences. Somehow they got a camera in there while we're all watching. America's watching right there as Mae Young gives birth. It's not a beautiful baby boy, not a beautiful baby girl, but a hand.
But a gosh
That's
dang
right, folks.
hand. That's
A hand came out all goopy for whatever reason.
half-parted. Don't even know why you're doing here.
Yeah, no.
Yep, that's her. She's got a hand coming out of there, so watch out, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
can I talk about how much I actually love Mae Young? She's awesome, dude.
I don't know. So why don't you update the original on what's going on with Mae Young?
Yeah, we don't talk about pimps who
Okay.
pimp out their trainers, unless you're the Godfather. That's why we didn't have the Mae Young Battle Royal
Mae
at
Young Day.
WrestleMania. We just had the Women's Battle Royal.
Because Mae Young was accused of a lot of heinous activity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, dude. She had.
I'm not up.
No, wait, no.
I'm
Mae
not
Young's
up-
good. Mae Young's good.
She's good? She's
Yes,
good? Okay.
established Moolah.
Okay, that's somebody else.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow, we
wow.
almost shit on somebody's name because it looks so damn similar.
No, Mae Young was like
No,
the-
Mae Young's good. She's good. She got
The
the Mae Young
homie,
Classic
dude.
named after her. So, I don't know. We want to retract
retract the statement.
retract what we said. Wipe that out.
Okay.
What's going on?
But
Everybody
as you were
watching.
saying, you want to say, give some shout outs to Mae Young, Ross.
Oh, shout out to Mae Young.
Thank you.
May you live forever, I hope. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not too long. I
try
don't want
see
you to be
if
the
you can
crypt
get a picture
keeper.
of Mae Young's baby hand.
Wait.
Yeah, let's find that baby
I'll
hand.
go find the baby hand.
Let's
Yeah.
see what else we're working with.
So as Ross gets a picture of Mae Young's baby hand.
So, in wrestling, things are like funny like that. They're cute and, it's unexpected, Everybody thought you're going to legitimately give birth to a child on screen. And that didn't happen. There's also another situation where a woman thought she was going to have birth and it didn't happen. But it wasn't really as funny as the Mae Young situation. The girl was pregnant and, she got hit in the back with a chair. Some guy got hit in the back of the chair. That man fell on her. The baby got bye-byed. And we're talking about Lita. Lita was almost a mommy. And that monster Kane, or Snitsky, whoever you want to blame for that, took away that opportunity.
I found some pictures of the incident in question way back when. Mae Young gives birth to a hand on camera.
Oh boy.
That was a thing.
Jesus.
We can go in.
I'm glad the camera's not facing the other way.
Grab that one. I need to find a bigger one, but so something like along
Yeah,
those
it's all
lines.
goopy.
It wasn't the best effect back then, but it was funny. I liked
Yeah,
it.
man, but
You guys can Google it. You guys have seen it before.
if you look up current Mae Young hound, he's healthy, a healthy young hand man now.
Yep, he's doing handiwork.
Yeah, his handyman around the house, but
Yeah.
good on him. But like you were saying, Lita, she was pregnant with Kane's baby, I believe, had the miscarriage. That kind of probably messed her up.
Mhm.
But she seems to be all good now. She moved on in life. I know how traumatic that can be for a mother. Losing your baby, but
We can only imagine the pain.
yeah. So shout out to Lita.
Shout out to, on a serious note, shout out to any could have been mothers, due to tragic situations or other circumstances. We're getting a little emotional on today's show, but that's because we honestly do love the women, not only of wrestling, but the mothers of everyone around the world. And with that being said, I think you're going to introduce us to our last couple of women on the list with the top three, the last three. Who you got going on for us?
We're just going to cut it down to two. Judy Bagwell. Yes, Buff Bagwell's mother. She came into fruition, towards the end of WCW. We all know the infamous Judy Bagwell on a pole match, or I believe on a forklift match. That's crazy. I know I wish I was there in attendance live. I know I wish I could partake in a match of such caliber. I know I would win that match if it was my mother out there, because I would let no one lay hands on my mother.
My mother either.
But Judy Bagwell, everyone.
Judy Bagwell.
Shout out to Judy Bagwell. I hope your son Buff Bagwell is doing okay. Do you know what Buff Bagwell is up to today, Lance?
I have no idea. I hope he's not 6 feet under.
No, he's a gigolo.
He's a gigolo. That's better than being 6 feet under.
That looks like is that Steiner's? That's Rick Steiner. It looks like.
Yep.
Yes, is that the Steiner mama?
I believe so. Yeah, I like.
Oh, there you go. The original threw in his piece right there.
That would be the one that I would, because you asked for one earlier, but then that'd be my go-to.
There you go.
Yeah, look up Judy
But
Bagwell on a forklift.
Oh, on a forklift? Okay, let me go find.
Yeah,
Mama Steiner,
back up.
ladies and gentlemen. She raised two, maybe more magnificent kids, but neither one of them are Rick. Are these guys? Because they're big.
We gotta give a shout out to Mama Steiner. Without her, we wouldn't have gotten the Steiner brothers. Without Steiner brothers, we wouldn't have got Scott Steiner going solo. Without Scott Steiner going solo, we wouldn't have got the bleach blonde hair, Big Papa Pump, the chainmail. And without that, we wouldn't have got the infamous math promo. No, the math. Have you seen the Scott
Tell me
Steiner?
about it. Walk me through it, and I'll walk you through it.
It's just, it's him.
This is the moment you're looking for right here. Is this one? I think the first one was Judy, but that might have been Steiner. I'm not sure. Here we go. Okay, it's not the best quality, but what are you gonna do? I think we get the idea across there of what that looked like.
Yeah.
And I agree. Okay, so shout out to What Culture and their appropriate title, 10 worst WCW on a pole matches. Definitely on my list.
They had quite a few.
Yeah, that was kind of Vince Russo's
Little spot.
winning a match.
What's
Vince
up, Voodoo?
Welcome.
I see Voodoo just jumped in.
Yeah, welcome, Voodoo. Nice to have
Voodoo,
you
we're
here.
going to talk about something you might know after this, so stay tuned.
Yeah, this is a very lucrative opportunity to expand BullyZone on a phenomenal level. Worldwide, baby.
But shout out to Judy Bagwell. Last mother we want to talk about today, Mama Benjamin, Shelton Benjamin's mother.
Everybody loves Shelton Benjamin. He's a gifted athlete.
The gold standard.
The gold standard himself, So if it wasn't for Mama Benjamin feeding him them, just lost the joke. The Raisin Bran, let's call it Raisin Bran. Without that Raisin Bran or those Wheaties, there you go. If it wasn't for Mama Benjamin giving that Wheaties and cornbread, he would have never been the athlete that he is today. There they are. Look at that.
Can we roll that one back? The athlete?
What?
The athlete, Lance? The athlete?
The athlete. You know how we talk down south? Don't correct me now over here, boy. I'll cut your mic. But the athlete. I'm sorry, the genius, the gold standard, the man, the one and only. But let's talk about the next stuff.
So once again, shout out to all the mothers out there. I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're having a great time.
Great time.
Great time.
Next, we're going to segue into our next segment of today's show, which is talking about where we were yesterday. If you guys saw us on Instagram, we tried not to give away too much stuff, but we tried to show what we were working with, We're scouting new places, new talent. We're trying to stay local, because been having some complications getting around. So we've been staying to this new spot in Santa Ana last night. Pretty good spot. Pretty cool. Pretty great. Never heard of it before, but the know-it-all knew it. He took me there.
Oh, yeah. I know every show going on. For instance, I know the show's going on today. But last night we were at Fantastic Lucha Libre. That's right, everyone. Fantastic Lucha Libre.
Look them up. Follow them. Share them. We have a whole album for them that's going to be dropped next week. It's going to be our next photo album right before Mind Games.
Yeah, so as y'all know, in the wrestling business, you follow the money. Wherever the money is, you'll go there, you do your job, and you pack it up, you go home, looking forward for the next day, and that's what we were doing. You know, we were hired for a job last night.
BullyZone making moves, ladies and gentlemen. Our first official sale.
Yeah, so we packed up the bags, got the camera set, and we headed on over to Santa Ana. Did a little ring crew work. Some
We got to
work.
meet everyone behind the door or behind the scenes, shake some hands. Actually, I didn't shake any hands. He did. I learned from Max's rule number 2.
No, why you think I'm shaking hands?
I
You're the
saw
one
it.
trying to shake hands.
No. I was
Because
watching
he's the one
afar.
that speaks Spanish. He's like, "Hola, cómo estás, amigo?"
Oh yeah, they love me.
Yeah,
We had a great time though.
trying to throw me under the bus.
But
Come
like
on,
I
man.
said, fantastic Mexican Lucha Libre. You guys should have been there. We should have dropped it. But like I said, we want to surprise you guys, do our own little thing, and come back with our findings.
This
Yeah,
is one of their old. The image right now, I believe, is one of their old posters. Just so if you run across them, you see what you're looking at. There is an old poster.
Yeah, you can
And-
follow them on Facebook. It's literally called Fantastic Lucha Libre. That's it. You can probably plug that in there real quick because, that might be a new place that we're going to be working at, a new little slot on the charts. And the reason why we want to talk to Voodoo Dog, if Voodoo's still watching, maybe we could get you over there. Maybe we can get them over here and we can work some things out. Let's make everybody see everybody and get some good-ass exposure. The Lucha style is a lot different from the North American style that, everyone here is accustomed to, I'm sure. But the whole Lucha culture is just amazing. It's completely different. It's got its own set of rules, from cross-dressing to rudos to 3-count matches, the 3-fall matches. It's always good to go somewhere new and get that fresh start, that fresh taste of something. What'd you like about the program?
It was my first ever strictly Lucha show. Like you said, we're all accustomed to the North American style. More, I don't want to say pageantry, but it's a little more slowed down. With the Lucha style, though, a lot of them, they take pride. It's all about the flashiness of your mask, your getup.
Your image is key.
One of the guys I liked was it Romero?
Yeah, Romeo.
Romeo, he was awesome. He knew how to work the crowd. He was dancing around, dancing up on the women. One thing I liked is, they'll throw money into the ring after the matches for a job well done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make that happen up here, boys. OCCW, get your singles ready.
Because Mind Games is coming up May 19th, ladies and gentlemen. And
So, when these boys finish their match, when the ref, goes to ring the bell, get your dollars ready. You might get a picture with them. That's one thing I like, too, about I don't know if it's all Lucha shows or it's just a fantastic Lucha Libre show we went to. After the matches, you don't have to wait for intermission to take pictures with the wrestlers. You take them right then and there.
Right then and there. And then they all go into the back together. So that's really cool. It's a lot of fan service. Like I said, the styles are different. I forget the name of it. What's it called? But the cross-dressing, let's just dress it as bluntly as I can so someone comments and PCs me. But that's just the style of that they have there, that they offer, The cross-dressing isn't like he's not necessarily this or that. It's just, like Austin was saying, the illusion, the allure of the costume, the elegance of the character, it's that developed that
If it
plays
works.
out. Yeah, I was gonna say
do
it
it, man.
plays. So that was fun. Like I said, we set up the show, using our awesome talents of breaking and entering, and we were able to talk to people beforehand. We get to meet the guys behind the scene. Jesus, gosh. Sorry, mothers out there watching. I let you down. My mom would have smacked me in the back of the head for that. But just getting able to talk to them beforehand was really cool. Just walking in, let them know who we are. They gave us open arms. They had us, they treat us well, treat us like family. So we might be back there. A couple of people that I like was, I like Scarecrow. He was pretty cool.
Scarecrow is probably one of my favorites. Just his mask was awesome with the straw. Yeah.
Custom made. Who else? Payaso, the clown, the rodeo clown. He was pretty fun. He had his own little his son as well. So I know nobody really knows anybody here. Hi Jane, thanks for watching. We're just hanging out here at the BullyZone talking about our show yesterday. I like Dragonfly and Last Tiger. They're pretty cool. The whole time I thought he said glass tiger, so I was like, that's gonna be really bad for him because he keeps falling and flying. But it's last tiger.
The last tiger out there. They're all going extinct.
Yeah.
But we have the last tiger. You can catch him at the next Fantastic Lucha Libre show.
I believe it's gonna be June 16th. Well, as soon as we get that flyer out, we'll be spamming it on BullyZone, so you'll be able to see it on Facebook, Instagram, and all of our other social medias. Anybody else you want to shout out?
What was it? Power Baby, Super Baby. What was his name?
The tag team or the single? The single is Power Baby.
Yeah, Power Baby. He was awesome. He falls in that cross-dressing category you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that androgynous, Gold Dust kind of character.
Flamboyant Rico style.
Yeah, Romeo.
Mm.
He was awesome. Like I said, he knew how to work the crowd. He had my color scheme, so you know where he got that from. The black and gold.
The
Check
original.
your boy out. The main event, the Dragons, they were cool. I don't speak Spanish. I know a lot. I don't know Spanish yet. Argos.
You know
I
Argos.
pronounce it.
Austin, you probably know enough to get in trouble.
Just enough to get in some bully business.
Yeah. Well, we won't get into that.
Argos, and it was
That's bedroom talk.
El Dragon. And
Argos.
Dragon.
Argos, he was a crowd favorite that
Mhm.
night. That triple threat to end the night was cool. My favorite match was that. What was it? 4-on-4 match. Started out outside the ring. Thank God these chairs weren't rentals.
Oh my goodness, yes, because
It's a rental.
Yeah, if these chairs were rentals, John would not be happy because they probably broke about
20 plus.
Yeah, like in that one match,
In
probably
that-
just 5 alone. Yeah, they're all. Lucha is you're flying outside the ring half the time. You're just flying.
And it's crazy because when we set up the ring, they're like, yeah, make sure front row's like a good 10 feet away from the ring. And I'm just like, why would you need to do that? And they don't really tell you when they're going to jump. It just kind of happens. A little kid almost got trampled. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, oh my
They
god.
almost Irish whipped him into the crowd. And this kid that's about this tall almost got murked.
Hey guys, so I'm going to be throwing up some of our latest photo drop set from Facebook.
Have a nice little background.
Gonna have a little background going on just to show off some of the photo sets. Go check out the Facebook page, BullyZone Wrestle, and see our new photo drop.
Yeah, what Ross is showing, you can expect photos like that from the Lucha show. Fantastic Lucha Libre dropping sometime this week. Stay tuned. But
Who won at the end? How did that? I'm sorry. Let's go back to that final fight, that triple threat main event.
Argos.
Argos, the crowd favorite, took it home.
Yeah.
Good stuff. It's cool in the lucha style because after Lucha Libre, they will give you a chance to talk on the microphone, kind of like how they did at the Joey Bull and Lex Icon and whatnot. So that was cool. Give them a chance to all talk their trash and figure out redemption. Another thing I liked about it was the whole the idea of the mask. We saw it with Voodoo and Freddie. Freddie took Voodoo's mask, and that was a big deal. It was a big deal when Dragonfly and Last Tiger lost their masks.
Yeah, Argos at the end of the night, he took both their masks.
Oh, wow.
Both Dragons masks.
Yeah, so in lucha style, that pretty much means that you're done. You better come up with a new gimmick and somewhere else, another
you can
country.
get your mask taken off. Just don't show your face.
Yeah, because that's when you get the shame sauce.
That's why they know they're getting them. So
Did you just call it the shame sauce?
Shame sauce,
they
ladies and
will
gentlemen.
cover up their faces. If it's a mask versus mask,
That's
match.
that's what was announced for next show between who is it?
I think we're missing a match here.
Yeah.
Between Payaso and Latico Blanco, the French guy.
Yeah.
They told him at the end of the match, he's like, you know what, your student, my student, the four of us, it's gonna end one way or another. So we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah, so that'll be our first for the BullyZone mask versus mask match.
we'll cover that. But it was really cool. In wrestling and North American style wrestling, you guys fight till someone's blacked out. In Mexico or Lucha Libre style, you guys fight till someone takes off the mask, and it's just all right, I quit, I gotta go. And
Yeah, when walking into this, I didn't know they do all their matches are. I don't
Three
think
count.
that last one was not 3 count, but 3 falls match.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can end it quick. When the first two falls, you're out, you're in the showers. Or it could be a bar burner. One, you win one, they win the other.
And then you have the ball buster at the end.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
But that was a great show. I loved it. That's why we were there and not anywhere else.
Okay.
My favorite part about this, my honest to gosh favorite part about this was the kids. There was so many kids in there, all willing to learn and flip. They were running the ropes, Jake. There's a lot of people in there, all excited and to see the kids in there. There was one of them almost broke his neck.
That's right, yeah.
Climbing the top, it was wild. But with these kids, you want to get in their fancy, you want to get in their favor. They're the ones with the 1.5 billion likes, and they're the ones that are controlling the internet nowadays. So we're gonna push BullyZone to the kids.
But no, the crazy thing, I see the kids get in the ring at OCCW. They're seeing what they see on TV, not really understanding it. But these kids last night at the Lucha show, they're running the ropes. They're, one of these kids, I believe he had, I don't know, I don't want to be, messed up saying this, but he was a little person. I don't know, dwarfism.
He was half the man he should be, and that's probably saying it worse than how you're saying it. So I think you're good.
Yeah. So shut your mouth.
Can we?
I know that's not right.
I like the comment about how kids drive the industry and the way we want to take things.
Yeah, chip in.
Just a little chip in, and for you guys out there to comment on after, if you see this video or this podcast and you want to let us know what you think. Who's your guiding impact and your guiding force for wrestling in your life and for what you do? I know kids drive a lot of what we do as professionals, as wrestlers in the industry. I know guys out there do a lot for kids. BullyZone, like we just said, is going to try and do more outreach in that way. What's your guys' guiding force for what you're doing today? Let us know in the comments.
But these kids, these Lucha kids, they must start training a lot younger than here in the States, because a lot of these kids look like they're about to get their masks made and the boots tied up. They probably don't know how to tie their boots yet.
Nope.
But they'll get the Velcro boots and get in the ring probably next month. But it was cool to see those kids, the future, as we were saying last night, the future of wrestling, the future of Lucha. I saw these kids were like putting on little matches. I saw one kid about to, suicide dive his way outside the ring.
Yeah, that was funny. You see the bigger kids calling matches while they're playing. You saw kids running ropes. You see kids that shouldn't be on the middle rope, or on the, getting ready to jump off.
Buckles and all that.
Good stuff.
Shout out our sponsors, Lance.
Yeah, now is the time of the day where we're going to talk about our sponsors. I'm going to talk about the first one. Our first sponsor today is SD Promotions. SD Promotions is a social media agency that offers web design. They create image, manage social media. They find local and nationwide events, make flyers, and more. You guys can check them out at sdpromotions.net. They've been helping us get on the game and get our numbers up, so you can guarantee they're going to get you good. They're going to get you good and take care of you.
And I want to do a quick shout out to our man over at Just Joel Inc. Just Joel Inc. It's Just Joel. Give him a check out. He keeps the lights on. Just Joel Inc. What more can I say? It's Just Joel.
And with that being said, the original, you got any plugs you'd like to sponsor today?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to plug, once again, the guiding force for a lot of things in my life, and probably yours pretty soon. Mr. Nagi Riyadh. Shout out to you, Nagi. Thanks for being an awesome guy. Nagi handles all of finance and baking and anything you need over at Wells Fargo in all 50 states and SoCal. Look him up. His name's Nagi Riyadh. If you need to get in contact, just let us know.
Awesome. So we got all our promos out the way. Let's add in that crucial blast plug. And that's WWE Network for $9.99 a month. You can catch all your favorite wrestling events from the past and today, including pay-per-views.
That was a little too real. You got a contract with WWE?
If that ever actually happens, we need to have a discussion.
No, if that happens and we made it, getting signed by WWE.
I mean, one of us did at least. Just teasing, guys.
I'm
Come on.
I'm the one keeping up to date with them. I know who works. I know who doesn't work.
So with that being said, we got our plugs. Let's talk about one last thing. We got a few minutes left.
We got 5 minutes here, and we can maybe do a
squeeze in something.
little after minutes, not after hours, but after minutes.
Well, this is what I gotta say. May 19th, American Legion Post 716. Doors open 5:30. Get your tickets through us exclusively. Look at this. Come hang out with our people. BullyZone is going to be in full effect as we present Mind Games, brought to you by Orange County Championship Wrestling. Mind Games is the next installment of OCC's yearly trip to the American Legion Post, where we'll have matches that include the OCCW World Heavyweight Champion himself, Othello, defending against Vintage Dragon in a match that's been anticipated for about 2 months now. So we'll see what happens when the forces collide.
Yeah, we also have Voodoo Master versus B.A. Marcus Frey. You know, we got the master of Voodoo himself. You know, this should be right up his alley. Mind Games versus, the big new guy on the block, B.A. Marcus Frey, managed by Michael Primrose.
Ugh.
You don't know he's got up his sleeves. We also have Freddie Helmuth versus Azrael. This match has been building up for a long time. They've been going at it, social media, in the ring. Who's going to hit who first with the kendo stick? It seems like that's what everyone's going to be expecting. Who's going to hit who first?
Who's going to get away with it is the real question. I have a feeling that they're both they're both feisty. They're both ready to do whatever it takes, and I hope one of them doesn't get caught slipping, you know what I mean? Get themselves disqualified. But you can definitely guarantee something's going to go down. Going back towards gold, we're going to have La Raza defending their championships against the new formed tag team from OCCW's newest graduation class, including B.A. Marcus Frey and others. But it's going to be Chris Camacho going hand to hand with the magnificent Blue Azure Striker against La Raza. How's that going to go? No, I can never forget Drew Masters' name, baby boy.
Say it the first time.
Because I'm building up. I'm building anticipation.
You messed it up. But, yeah, Drew Masters, Christian Camacho, Suburban Justice against La Raza.
Justice.
They're going at it for the tag team titles. Is La Raza going to keep this hot streak going? Or are these new young rookies about to step up to the plate and take the gold, win their first taste of gold on the OCCW roster?
By these young rookies, you mean Drew Masters and Christian Camacho, right?
Exactly. We also have Malcor versus Tony Reyes.
Woo! That's going to be a match of big boys.
Shout out to Billy Bonds. He has the unfortunate task of reffing that match. So hopefully he can take a hit, because who knows? Some wall punch might be thrown.
When worlds collide, he's going to be stuck in the middle.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd be horrible if he was made a sandwich by trying to intervene or interject, But it looks like Ross got something up there on the screen.
Yeah, I have a little something here.
Yeah.
This is our BullyZone Wrestle page on Instagram. That's where you can follow us and stay tuned on all of our stuff. We keep it fairly clean.
We got some more people following us. How's it going, guys? We're in the last minutes of our broadcast. We're just talking about next week's show, Mind Games, May 19th. I have a couple friends I've invited personally, as well as Tron Jones. Tron Jones, you can catch him in a few hours on the same channel. He's going to be here doing the comedy kickback at 7 o'clock. His special guests are announced on his Instagram page. You can find that, I believe it's Tron1017.
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 Big Goo Up fan, huh?
Yep. So make sure you check in on that. We also have some other guests I don't want to announce yet so that thing is confirmed. But you guys might see some more familiar faces in the next coming weeks in terms of guests on the show. We're also encouraging new guests. If anybody wants to come on the show, have some time to talk, got a free Sunday, let's do it. I understand right now everyone's with their mothers, but we're close to hitting that 8 people viewing goal.
No, yeah.
We're at 6.
I think we hit it sometime in here.
We're at 6 right now.
Anyone who wants to be on the show, get on the show now before we blow up and we leave you behind.
Yeah, because we're going to start charging.
What, all of...
Charging for guest spots.
How much ahead are we talking about?
We'll get there when we get there.
But right now we're getting to our mothers because we love them. With that being said, I'm your boy Lance Winters.
You know who I am. I know who you are. I'm Austin Largo.
And this has been the original Ross Roy. Thank you guys for joining us today on the podcast. Just a reminder, so you know, going forward in the future, we're going to have shows and events going on, of course. But this show, this one right here, BullyZone Live, our podcast, will be going on every single Sunday at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is going to be
4
the,
p.m. Pacific.
Yes, sir. Is going to be the go-to. So catch us here,
7
wherever
o'clock
you
Eastern.
wherever you tend to be, on either Facebook, YouTube, or maybe we might start.
Let's get
doing
those
some
YouTube
Instagram.
numbers up. If
Yeah.
you're watching here on Facebook,
And
exit out, go on YouTube, watch it, share that.
You can find us under, for now, we're going to be under the Free Admission Media banner, going to be on their pages. So if you go to Free Admission Media on Facebook and YouTube, we'll be broadcasting live Sundays, every Sunday at 4 p.m.
And we got Nicolette coming in right as we're walking out. Hello, Nicolette. Welcome to the show.
Hashtag
Happy
Book
Mother's
Favi.
Day. Hashtag Book Favi. Hashtag Where's Nicolette. 1000% shirts coming out. What else do you got to address on the table? That's it, right?
Yeah,
That's the
follow
program.
BullyZone.
Follow
What are you doing?
BullyZone. Let's go love our mothers. I'll catch you guys next week for episode 12.
Now get out my house.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Wait, I'm in your house. Mind games.
Mind games.
In your house.